good people. This is your goat Minyari's best friend Manave coming to you from the ever expanding world of Chimeraland. And today I'm going to talk to you about the new Imperious sword and how to get it. And I tried to do this on Minyari's account, but I've already done the quest, so like important things were not showing up where they needed to. So I decided I would try it from a new character that hasn't done it, hasn't even gone over there yet. So this is Manave, and this is my tree hollow home over in Westmount. Pretty simple design here. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to go to Northmount, and we're going to go ahead and open up the teleport menu. There's been a little bit of a change up here, and if you look in the top right hand corner, it says City, and you can click on the Northmount main city. But I'm actually not going to do that, but that's one way that you can get over there. It is free to get over there, and you can stay there all day. There's no passes involved. It is a PvE environment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the map, and I'm going to head on up to Northmount, but I'm going to go to the Eastmount City, right? Because I'm talking to my Eastmount peeps right now who have specific questions about this. So here we go. We're going to the Eastmount Provisional Capital, which is on the west side of the continent of Northmount. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run up these long stairs. Notice that I've got a weird graphic issue going on. There's been a bit of glitchiness today in Chimeraland. So if you'll notice that we're actually, like, there's a turtle in there. It's one of those moss-covered turtles. Each of the different factions have a different animal. The Nine Lee have Forchifants, and the Berries have a big giant fire bear. But anyway, we're going to run up all these stairs. I'm going to hang a left here. And we're going to talk to the Flame Emperor. Now, when you get here, if you haven't been here before, there's going to be a little button next to the Emperor that says Quest, and you're going to tap that button, and he's going to tell you a story about, you know, why they're here and the trials and tribulations and how you, the great hero, can help and save the world. So, all that's great. So, we've already done that for this one. Now, we need to talk to Chiyu, and he is in the Nine Lee Provisional Capital, which is on the eastern side of Northmount. And again, you can just hit your teleport button, and it takes you straight over there. Oh, you know what? Actually, I need to go to Oregon first. So if you go to your map again, if you notice the little square in the left-hand side, and it's got an arrow, that's your quest square. And if you tap it, it takes you right to it. So anyway, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to teleport to Oregon. Not Oregon on the west coast of the United States, but Oregon, the dragon that shows up when you do the Chimeraland one-pot meals. Okay, so the quest spot is up high, and just kind of follow the arrow and tells you how many paces. You get to see this spectacular dragon here. It's really really cool, and I'm really glad that I got to see things before people got crazy and started building up everything and making littering the land. What am I doing? Display. Okay. So anyway, we're going up here. You see the sword? All right. So now we're going to dismount, and there is a little blue puff over here. This is how you talk to Oregon. So now I'm going to accept this quest. Get a lovely cutscene here. Alright. See me with my tumor head. And then, this made me laugh earlier. Bounty quest. Me says bounty quest. Oregon says accept quest. Me says bounty quest. Oregon says accept quest. Me says bounty quest. Oregon says accept quest. So anyways, I think that'll actually stop after a certain amount of time too. Yep. So enough of that nonsense. Alright, so now, after you've done that part of the quest, you are going to go and look for something called a benflower. Alright? And they're kind of like pretty common. I think they're mostly found like in the, they like to call it the plains, but green areas, grassy, flat sort of areas. So I'm gonna head over like in this area and see what I can find. Minyari has been very busy. I've actually uncovered the entire North Mount map today. I visited all the pillars, not the scenic spots, but all the pillars. There's 133 new scenic spots, and I do believe that you have to fight a boss at each one of them. So that should pace people back a little bit. Lock up the content a little. There are so many really cool creatures over here. I'm not gonna get too crazy and go to every one that I see, but like I've been searching for a couple of months now for a brontosaur, and I've come across, I personally have not come across any, but some of my guildmates have come across several, and we have tried and tried and tried and have I have not gotten an egg out of it. So today, imagine my awe when I came to North Mount and I found an entire freaking herd of brontosaurs. And I've also seen a herd of the Yungang dragons. So these are the beneflowers, and you're gonna I don't know why that. You're gonna not catalyze it. Why is it giving me this option? Alright, so basically we're looking for these things, but we don't want to catalyze. We want to gather, and I don't know. I don't know why it's not letting me. Maybe because it was a basket. All right. So yeah, we're looking for those things, and we need to gather them, not catalyze them. I don't really know what the catalyze thing is about. I haven't really explored it so far. You can do things with the trees too. You can cultivate the trees also. these portals are, the word that was used was intense. So enter with caution. Some of them are PvP, and if I remember correctly, I don't think this has been a flower. If I remember correctly, they you have a 6-minute time limit that you're in there, and if you die 5 times, you're kicked out. I have not gone in there yet. Kind of sounds like fun though. Good grief. Of course this is going to be tricky. It's very colorful. Wonder if it's in the Explorer map. You're going to want to collect these tingle grass and the sear fruit so that you can get more storage, another storage unit. Been a flower. There we go. Search. See how much easier that is when you use the tools that you're, oh, I didn't want to do that, that you're given. All right, so now we're going to gather. And we're going to gather until we get a purple item right there, seasonal earth, okay? Now we're going to go back to Oregon, who is the quest that is 7.6 miles away. Of course, when I click it now, it doesn't actually take me there. But that's fine because just go through the menu, the map, tap on there, and we go back to Oregon. Alright, so now we're going to have to go up again. So I'm going to call my pet. Alright, so now we're back up to this platform, and the little box tells me I'm 8 paces away. So now I'm going to go talk to Oregon again with all these other folks. I do highly recommend that you go ahead and read through the story, but I've already done it. Alright, so now I'm going to go over to this sword here, and I'm going to hit the small offer button on the bottom, and I'm going to tap on the, what is this called? Here it is. The seasonal earth is what it is. Okay, so hit the small button. I'm going to tap on the seasonal earth and confirm. We got a lovely cutscene here, yada yada yada, which is messed up by the glitchy graphics from my tumor head. Now I should have in my inventory the new Imperious sword. Notice it says level 1, alright? Also notice that it has infinite hardness. And what does it do? It breaks seals 1 and 2. So you don't need to carry, you don't need to have seal. You don't need to make 1 and 2 seals. And the more that you level it up, it'll actually break higher level seals. I have seen one. I don't know what level it was. It might have been 14 or so. That it does 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it just you keep leveling it up, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. And no, I have not played with it. I haven't fought with it. I don't know how great of damage it does. I will let you read that and figure all that stuff out. My only use for it at this point is for it to break seals. All right, so now I have my sword, and it is beautiful. If you click on your character tab and then you click on the divine weapons, there it is. That's what it looks like. And if I go ahead and equip it, it's very shiny. Beautimous. Look at that. All right, so what's the deal with the sword? How do you level it up? So we're gonna go to our inventory here and click on the icon, and then at the bottom here click view, and it takes us back to that menu. All right, so what we need is primeval crystals. Where the heck do you get primeval crystals? You get it from the shop. There's some other ways that you can do it. You can do it through cultivating the trees. So there, I just answered that. And you can also get it from catalyzing the celestial stalk of the beneflower. And then also on Saturdays and Sundays only, you can come here to this platform and make an offering of seal nourishing ichor times 15 to obtain 5,000 primeval crystals. Only on Saturday and Sunday, and only 25,000 per week is your limit there. All right, it's very crowded here. So that's how you level up the sword. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into my menu here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go to the shop, and I'm gonna go to popular. And here are the primeval crystals. You have a weekly limit of 50. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did for men, although I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to go crazy because I don't have a lot of materials on this toon. Like, it's going to ask for Violet Cloud Dew. I know I needed 10. It's going to ask for Chimeraland Beast Hides, and it's going to ask for something else. Sage, obviously. So I will buy a couple, but I'm not going to go crazy like I did for men. It's 60 sage per. I will buy 10. I'll try to buy 10. Okay. So now I'm going to go back into that menu. I'm going to hit view. And then up here on the right, it says infuse. And I'm probably going to have to go home for this actually, which I shall do. Now I'm confused because I know that when I when I did this earlier, I had to talk to Chiyu, and I haven't had to do that on this toon, so I don't know what's going on there. But the Flame Emperor, and then go talk to Oregon, the little sprite, blue sprite, and then go collect the purple flower. Go back to Oregon, get your sword, and then you're going to work on leveling up your sword. And to do that, you go to View, and up here in the right-hand corner, you click on Infuse. I have, if you look, I have 25,000 of those primeval crystals. And so I'm going to click on Confirm, and then I'm going to click over here. It says Upgrade, and it wants a Chimeraland Beast Hide. It has to be on your person, not in your inventory. And I am not sure if I even have any on this tune. Oh. That would be a no. I don't have enough of anything, really. So, yeah, I got to work on this a bit. But that's what you need to do is you open it up, click on View, and upgrade in the top right corner, or infuse. You're going to infuse that primeval crystal, and then you're going to, like, it's going to ask for 1 Chimeraland beast hide, and then I think it asks for 2, and then I think it might ask for the violet cloud dew, and then it goes back to asking for hides and sage. So it kind of changes it up a little bit what it's asking for. I'm not sure whether my sword is like level 6 or level 7 right now with 1,000 sage that I bought of the primeval crystals. Might have went over a little bit, but somewhere around there. But yeah, now how this works is you have it equipped as if you were holding a seal, and then you approach the creature that has the seals, and you hit this button, and it breaks the seals, and it'll break the 1 and the 2 seal. There is some like other special stuff, like if you do some mojo, it makes you invincible. So it says use all the divine power stored in the Imperious sword to deal a finishing blow. Each time a target is hit with the Imperious sword will accumulate rising wind. 3 stacks of rising wind will trigger invincibility. So I guess just using it, you will get spells of, certain periods of time of invincibility. I'm not really a melee player and not really a sword user, so I'm probably just going to use it to break seals. But I know other people who would have really probably enjoyed playing around with that. So that's it, guys. That's how you get the Imperious sword and what it's good for and how you upgrade it. And thank you for joining me. And I hope that those who specifically were asking for this information, I hope you find it helpful. And if you need more, you know where to ask. Please hit subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Thanks. Have a good night.